Hello Gunners, welcome to another video, and of course very disappointing for Arsenal, dumped out of the Carabao Cup, but there's a couple of things we need to talk about today. The Premier League are issuing new punishments for celebrations. We'll talk about Arsenal going out for Dubai and just many things. But before I begin, if you are new here, please hit the subscribe, hit the like as well, it'll be greatly appreciated. But let us just start here. Premier League monitoring inflammatory goal celebrations. This is from the chief of the Premier League, chief football officer, and he says there's a balance. I think we all like to see celebrations. Some of the celebrations have been very funny, entertaining, but there's a line. Once it crosses over into mockery or criticism, then we need to deal with it. Yes, we can all be upset about us getting knocked out of the Carabao Cup. If you ask me, to be honest, that game, we lost it at the Emirates Stadium. We had our chances, we didn't take it. Move on. If you want if you want negativity, this isn't the page for you. But I'm just going to talk about this because it really shocked me. It really did. You know, we've seen so many celebrations happening across this season, and it's when Miles Lewis-Skelly does his celebration where the Premier League feel they need to start issuing statements, and pushing forward these regulations that they want to put in. It is an absolute joke. It really is. It is. You cannot do anything when there's this much sort of chasing being done when Arsenal do something. You wouldn't see this for any other club. You wouldn't have these sort of things coming out. The chief football officer, I didn't even know Tony Scholes existed as the Premier League chief. Now I do. You know why? Because he's out to come and get Arsenal, and he's out to punish Arsenal. And of course, that we'll read the article in a second, it's not just Arsenal players who of course are getting punished for this. They'll reference Iliman Ndiaye's celebration against Brighton where he did the seagull. But Jamie Vardy is a player who has been mocking fans and other opposition players for years, and nothing was said about it. It was all fun and games. Miles Lewis-Skelly, Iliman Ndiaye, there's a common theme between those two players compared to Vardy. And now the Premier League feel like they need to put their foot down. Here is the article. Let's have a read. The Premier League will monitor player goal celebrations and may consider imposing sanctions if they feel they are damaging the reputation of the game or could inflame opposition fans or players. Sanctions. Could you imagine the amount of times the referee is against us? How often they would want to issue a sanction over a celebration? It's another thing that they can screw us over with. It's another criteria. There's another bar which is open to opinion where the referees can decide something. If that happens, we are absolutely finished with the way the referees hate us. The news comes after some players receive criticism for celebrations. Mayfield crossed the line by mocking opponents. Iliman Ndiaye received the yellow card after he scored Everton's win against Brighton by flapping his arms like a seagull. But then Miles Lewis-Skelly mimicked Erling Haaland's celebration. He received no punishment. See, again, he received no punishment. You want a punishment for Erling Haaland. He said, "Stay humble," and tapped my manager in the back. He threw a ball into the back of the head of Gabriel Jesus. He told Miles Lewis-Skelly, "Who on earth are you? Why are you here?" After all the hard work Miles Lewis-Skelly did to becoming a professional footballer, you get on for your Premier League debut and you're told, "Who the hell are you?" All of these has happened. No punishment for them. No punishment for Vardy. No punishment for any other, players that are not Iliman Ndiaye. And of course, Miles Lewis-Skelly was ultimately, let's be real, the player celebration that made this article made by Sky Sports. Very biased, very biased, and it's poorly sort of been used now. It really has, on an 18-year-old who's just enjoying his football, who I think against Newcastle was probably one of our best players. Again, he really is a top player, showed some maturity, showed he wanted to grab the game by the scruff of his neck. But anyway, let us just move on. And I actually wanted to bring this up. Newcastle United posted this after their win against us today, and I was absolutely happy and fine with it. Mikel Arteta in the previous leg was talking about how the ball is very different. Newcastle responded. They're into the final, very well deserved. They put a photo of the sort of football in the goal. Obviously, they scored 4 goals over the 2 legs, and said that's the culprit. This is what I want to be seeing. I'm not going to be the sort of guy now, I'm going to start flip-flopping because it's been done against my team. No, this is what football should be about. Have a bit of something about it. Newcastle, fair play. 70,000 likes you're seeing there. Imagine if it was Arsenal. Rival fans were lapping this up. They were so happy to see Newcastle post this. What has changed now? I know football can change very quickly, but why now are we lapping up this idea of banter in football? It is so interesting, really, just observing things that happen in the world of football. And it wasn't just there. Anthony Gordon even said it's important to stay humble. City fans loved it. They loved it, absolutely loved it. And fair play, Gordon again, if he's mimicking us, that's the game. That's the game, Arsenal fans. We can't, be supporting Maslow Skelly than being upset over this stuff. This is what I want to be seeing. Have your fire in your belly. Back up what you're saying. Go out there and say what you want to do. Celebrate how you can. Because that's what football is about. Let's not kill the joy in football. VAR coming in has already changed a lot of things in football. Different regulations for handballs and all these silly rules have been introduced into football and has changed the game a lot. Let's not take away something which brings personality and enjoyment to football in the way where you mimic other players' celebrations. Fine. You mimic Arsenal by saying stay humble. You mimic Arteta by saying the ball has different flights. The Carabao Cup ball has different flights. That's fine. That's fine. Even the Newcastle fans today were singing Mikel Arteta is because of the ball in terms of why we were losing. I didn't mind that. I'm sure Mikel didn't mind. This is football. This is football. We cannot allow this. And of course, I think it's quite funny, City fans in general. This is a City fan, one of the biggest City fan pages on Twitter. F all or nothing Arsenal. For a team that have won so many titles, they're awfully rattled, aren't they, by us? Awfully rattled by 18-year-old Maslow Skelly and the Arsenal fans. It is embarrassing with their 115 charges. Doesn't matter. Hate on us. Hate on us. You can do what you want to do. I really do not care at all. And there's a quote I'll say towards the end of the video by a certain George Graham. I'm sure many Arsenal fans know it, but it rings very much true. Anyway, let's just finish off this video talking about the game, to be honest. We can't escape it. We can't just keep complaining about that Miles Lewis Skelly thing for the next 4 or 5 weeks or whatever it is. So 2-0, Newcastle, deserved. Poor in the forward areas. We saw Martinelli coming off injured as well. It was the worst thing that could happen. The worst way to lose that game, really. 2 sucker punches. Saliba really bullied by Isak. Gabriel ruffled. Martin Odegaard not taking his chances. No personality really shown outside of Waneri. He was trying to take players on. Skelly trying to take players on. It was a poor night. It really, really was. And yeah, like I said at the beginning of the video, I went to the game at the Emirates and I saw us miss those chances and I was like, yeah, there's no way we're coming back at St. James's Park. And that's the reality with the players we have in the front line. Without Saka, we kind of miss that sort of X factor. And Arteta, he admitted it is true. We're physically tired, playing every 3 games, high intensity game, emotionally as well. We need to believe right until the end that we could do it, but the game got away from us quite simply. Playing it short in there, St. James's Park with the press, it was asking for the worst, really. But congratulations to Newcastle. Not much you can say. Dubai now, tomorrow and Thursday, we head over to Dubai. Then the focus, of course, on the Premier League and Champions League. And like I said at the beginning of this video, this is not the page. If you want to be negative, there's plenty of Arsenal pages out there that will fuel or give you that sort of feeling of negativity. But my page, we're always going to try and remain positive, back the boys, fight for the boys, because that's all they need. That's all this team will win, guys. It will win. And it's going to be long and hard, yes, but it will definitely win. And to end off the video, I just want to show you this quote by George Graham. It's fine that people hate us. It's part of our history. George Graham. It rings so true at the minute with the amount of hate and rival fans jumping on us. And ultimately, what happens with Arsenal Football Club, we actually do almost every time have the last laugh. But anyway, gunners, that is it for now. Hope you have enjoyed, and until next time, peace. If you enjoy my videos, would you like to support me more? Well, I am proud to announce I have a membership which you can sign up for 3 separate levels. The link is in my bio and it will be greatly appreciated. You'll get videos earlier, you'll get shout outs as well in videos. There's a lot I've got planned for the members that sign up. So if you want to show your support and do that, the link is down below in the description. Peace.